What's going on? I'm Sam, and I'm feeling a lot better about this rust. I spent a few hours working on it the other day. Oh yeah, look at that. So the bed's gonna be here, and no one's gonna be standing over here. Same here, there's like counters, and even over here there's the bathroom and stuff, and the subfloor will be on it. But I do want to do this right and get rid of most of the rust. Pretty much all the bad spots and sand down all the surface rust. So I haven't really recorded the cutting because I didn't want my camera too close to the sparks. I keep getting metal shavings in my microphone, which is causing problems. So I cut most of the bad rust spots away. They'll definitely need trimmed up, but I have rough cuts of where most of the metal is. I gotta put this back on because it still has a bunch of rust floating around in here. Oh. So I'm making some really good progress, but I need to find my actual respirator because this thing is helping, but there's a lot of rust in the air. I don't know if you can see all that just dirt from like 15 minutes of grinding. So I really want to get this full respirator on before I cut anymore. But now that I've cut out the main sections of rust, this really isn't feeling quite as bad anymore. I still have a lot of sheet metal work to do, but really that's just going to require a break and then welding the metal in. So I need to make some bends in the metal here. Nothing's really too complex. There's some 90s for the walls, some it looks like almost 60s. I'm not quite sure what it is yet for the wheel wells. And Peter has a brake that's about big enough for it. I have a brake that's way too small. I've used this for little sheet metal projects over the years. And I have access to one that's about 30 minutes away and another bigger one that's like an hour away. None of these really sound great to me. Instead of using a brake at all, I could cut out this metal and weld it to the shape it needs to be. But I really don't want to take the time to do that. I really want a brake here. So I ended up going out and buying a brake I found on Facebook Marketplace. It's pretty much the same brake at Harbor Freight, except this one is a little older and costs about half as much. Oh, that's really cool. So I guess this is my first big brake. See what I did there? But it seems like it works good, and I can't wait to start bending this metal and welding it in. I've been doing a combination of plasma cutting these panels, getting rid of all the rust that I can using a wire wheel, wire brush, grinder, that kind of stuff. And then I'm using a rust converter to convert the rust. Just anything that's left, I'm just spraying that down. Then I'm putting in patch panels, painting everything using seam sealer, making sure everything is sealed, painted on both sides. I'm trying to get everything super sealed in here. I usually have a habit of overdoing things, so I had it in my head I was gonna just tear out every single speck of rust in here. But at that point, I literally would be taking off the frame, and I mean, this bus is cool, but it's not really worth that, at least not that amount of work. So I'm taking my time and trying to do things as right as I can, especially for the amount of time I want to spend on it. But I want to get this done. I could spend a month redoing this bus, but I wouldn't be making any money because I really don't have anything else lined up. I need to get this done within a month was my original time frame. So I am just gonna fix it up well where it will last and then keep moving. Well, I kind of messed up. I went through 2 cans or tubes of this seam sealer, thinking it was like expensive caulk, maybe 10, maybe $18, $20 a tube. I went to O'Reilly's to buy some more and found out it was $50 a tube. I had this stuff left over from my old job, but I had no idea how much that really cost. So, yeah, I'm ended up just buying some flexible construction sealant. It's called Silcaflex, and it's actually what Haas uses on their CNC enclosures. So I'm pretty confident that it's going to be watertight and do what I want it to do. And I ended up using like 6 tubes or so total, I guess. I don't know. I used a lot, so I'm glad I wasn't spending $50 a tube. I went a little overboard, but I wanted this thing sealed up really well. I got all the panels put in. They're all welded and or screwed in. and seam sealed. I'm going to let this stuff dry because the Silkaflex takes forever to dry. So I'll wait for that to dry, and then I'll hit it with a Chassis Saver sealing paint. It's like Pour 15, but I like it a little better probably because it's cheaper. I'm not sure if this gallon's still good. I got to open it and see if the paint dried out or not. Otherwise, I'll just buy another can off of Amazon. But I think that's it for today. It's looking a lot better. It's feeling solid. I'm going to let this dry for a few days, and then I can paint on this Chassis Saver. So I still need to knock down some of this rust with a wire wheel, maybe some rust converter. But I'm feeling so much better about this. It's more or less done, all the problem areas, and it's ready to go. So that's a huge weight that's been lifted off my shoulders. Though it's smelling pretty strong in here with all the chemicals, so I better get out of here and go home. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Come on, buddy. Let's get you outside today, so you're not just sleeping. Come on. Come on. Let's go outside. Come on. You're a good boy. Griffin, you're a good boy. That's that food trailer that just showed up. What do you think? What do you think, bud? Okay, go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Good boy. Come on. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. Come here. Good boy.